Grace be unto you and peace from God our Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ. I was glad when they said to me, let us go into the house of the Lord. This is our brief daily message of hope. I'm Father Steve Summers, and this is Dot, who's not even looking at me this morning. Here you go. There you go. We do this brief daily message of hope every day, and it's something new for Dot all the time. Anyway, I hope you're in a good place today. Today is November the 11th. This is Veterans Day, where we remember those who have put on the uniform and served in defense of our country. I found a photograph today of my dad taken in 1945 in Germany, where he was wearing his uniform with his technical sergeant badge. And he was there in 1945 when World War II ended. It was my dad's division, the Black Hawk division, that recaptured the crown jewels of Hungary as he was serving as part of the Third Army under General Patton. And it's amazing how my father never spoke about that. We knew nothing about what happened with him during World War II. He had told a couple of times about being injured and falling down a cliff and being in combat, but beyond that, he never really talked about it. Like so many in the great generation, they did their job, they did their duty. My dad left his first semester at Baylor College and went after Pearl Harbor on December the 7th, 1941, and enlisted like all the young men in his class did. And he wound up serving our country and never really spoke about it. He did his job. And looking back on it, we see signs of what we now know as post-traumatic stress. We didn't know what that was called back then. But these young men and the women who also served, they did their job. And we rightfully call them the greatest generation. So that's on my mind today as we remember those who served, living and dead, those who put on the uniform. There are other days, Memorial Day and other days where we celebrate those who have died in service of the country. My dad survived World War II and worked after he finished Baylor for 20 years at the only job he ever had, as at the afternoon newspaper in Fort Worth, the Fort Worth Press, just doing his job and doing his duty. A lot of that is missing from our world today. We want to put responsibility on other people's shoulders, but we have a God who loves us so much that he took responsibility for us, taking on himself the guilt, the shame, and the burden and the pain of our sinful behavior. We repeatedly turn inward and do what we think is best for us, rather than keeping the great commandment that Jesus has given us. In our first lesson at Mass today from the second letter of John, John is telling his church that he's giving them a commandment. But this is no new commandment, he said. This is the commandment you heard from the beginning, to love one another. And he said to live is to love and to do what we are told to do. And we show our devotion and love to the Lord by loving others, loving those who are around us. John in his first letter says, we can't really say that we love God when we hate our brothers, we hate those who are around us. No, we are to love God first, others second, and self third. And you know what? He takes the responsibility for that on his shoulders too, because he's with us always to help us do what he wants us to do. And the song that's in my mind today is, "Oh God, our help in ages past." The Lord who watched over previous generations watches over us and over you. I hope you have a blessed day today, and God willing, Dot and I will see you here tomorrow on Saturday. God bless you.